Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Pastor Mark Halt, Senior Pastor of the New Era Baptist Church in Elberton, Georgia, coming to you with words of encouragement. The Lord took me to Exodus chapter 3, verse 7 and 8. I want to read that for you. 7 says, "And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites." My brothers and sisters, I just want to tell you, God want me to let you know that He has seen your affliction. He see what you're going through. God have seen with His very eyes the trouble that is going on in your life. Don't sit there and think you're by yourself, but God sees it. Secondly, God want to let you know that He realized the state of misery that you're in. My brothers and sisters, I got to tell you, sometimes when we're going through some things and we're really pressed down and feel like trouble is just beating us to the ground, we feel like we're by ourselves. We feel like God is nowhere around. But God said, I see you. But then God said, I realize and I recognize the misery you're going through. So He see it, and then He realizes the misery. You know, sometimes we go through things and we're going through some things right now, but our friends and family, it seems as if they don't really understand what we're going through. You ever felt like that? Have you ever said to them, you don't understand? Well, I'm here to tell you, God said He understands what you're going through. The third thing is, God said, I hear your cry. My brothers and sisters, you got to cry out to the Lord, because He will hear your cry. But you ought to cry. But even if you don't cry, He said, what? I see you. Secondly, I realize what you're going through. But I'm here to tell you, my brothers and sisters, every now and then you need to cry out to the Lord and say, Lord, I need you right now to come see about me. And God will come. What did He say? God said, I've seen it and I realize it and I hear your cry. So because of all that, God said, I come down. Isn't that something? God said, I come down to deliver you. But my brothers and sisters, and He says, He goes on to tell them that I'm going to take you to a place flowing with milk and honey, to a land that's going to be great. But can I tell you that for us, that is deliverance, to bring us out of a stormy gale into a peaceful setting. But the only way that's gonna happen, my brothers and sisters, that you gotta be willing to follow. You can't sit there and say, I'm not moving, and to God move everything. God want to move you. Amen. So you need to be willing to get up and move from where you are. And then the second thing, you ought to be ready, willing to follow God. God said, I'll lead you, I'll take you, but He can't take you if you're not willing to go. My brothers and sisters, the trouble, the trials, the tribulation that you're going through, you need to be ready, willing to get up from where you are and leave from where you are to a place that God will deliver you. But you got to be ready to move. My brothers and sisters, I just want to say to you, God is on the case. May God bless you and keep you, as our prayer. Again, I'm Pastor Mark Hawk, Senior Pastor of the New Era Baptist Church in Elberton, Georgia. God is on the case.